Hello, I am Dr. Linda Parker. Sometimes we look in the mirror and wonder why we're still tired, still bloated, still struggling with the same health problems even after trying everything we were told. And in moments like these, a small bottle of apple cider vinegar becomes a symbol of hope, a simpler, natural remedy we reach for, believing it will finally give us the energy, digestion, and balance our body has been crying out for. But what if I told you that the benefits you're chasing are being blocked not by fate, not by age, not by genetics, but by 7 hidden mistakes that almost everyone makes when drinking ACV? Mistakes that silently inflame the gut, strain the teeth, weaken metabolism, and steal the results you deserve. Today, I want to speak to the part of you that is tired of feeling stuck, tired of giving your best and getting so little in return. Because when you understand THBREC mistakes, when you finally stop sabotaging your own progress, your body begins to shift in ways you can feel, see, and trust. And this isn't about perfection. This is about giving yourself the chance to rise again. Let's uncover these 7 mistakes so you can reclaim the health you were always meant to experience. Never drink ACV undiluted, protect your stomach and teeth. This is one of the most misunderstood truths about apple cider vinegar, and yet it's the one that determines whether ACV becomes a healing tool for your body or a silent enemy working against you. So many people reach for that bottle with hope in their eyes and desperation in their heart, thinking that the stronger it tastes, the faster it works. They believe taking it straight undiluted makes them diluted ACV. Tooth enamel does not grow back. Once the acid strips it away, it's gone forever. Sensitivity to hot or cold foods, sudden headaches when biting, the discomfort of chewing these are all long-term consequences of something that could have been prevented with a simple glass of water. And let's talk about your stomach. Many people already struggle with irritation from stress, processed foods, medications, and irregular eating schedules. When you pour undiluted ACV into an already sensitive stomach, you're adding fuel to a fire that's already burning. Instead of easing digestion, you create more acidity. Instead of reducing bloating, you trigger inflammation. Instead of strengthening your system, you weaken it. But here is where hope comes in. When diluted properly, ACV becomes safe, soothing, and incredibly beneficial. It no longer harms your teeth, it protects them. It no longer irritates your stomach, it supports it. It no longer burns your throat, it nourishes your body gently, steadily, the way natural remedies are meant to. Just 1 to 2 teaspoons in a large glass of water can do more good than a whole tablespoon taken straight. Dilution transforms the vinegar from an aggressive acid into a supportive tonic, one your body recognizes, accepts, and uses effectively. And the difference is profound. When diluted, ACV helps regulate blood sugar without shocking your system. It aids digestion by supporting stomach acid rather than overwhelming it. It improves energy, reduces bloating, supports metabolism, and helps your body break down food more efficiently. Diluted ACV works with your body, not against it. The most heartbreaking part is that many people give up on ACV entirely because they drank it undiluted and suffered consequences they never expected. They think ACV doesn't work for them, or that it causes pain, or that it's too harsh. But what they experienced wasn't the failure of the remedy. It was the failure of the method. You deserve better. You deserve the benefits without the damage. You deserve a simple, natural routine that lifts your health without putting your teeth or stomach at risk. And that's why I want you to take this truth seriously. Never drink ACV straight. Not even once. Not even a small sip. Not even when you feel strong enough. Your strength is not measured by how much acid you can tolerate. True strength is in choosing WHER that protects you, supports you, and honors your health in the long run. The next time you hold that bottle, remember this. One moment of caution can prevent years of damage. One decision to dilute can save your enamel, protect your gut, and ensure that ACV becomes the powerful healing tool it was meant to be. You are not weak for diluting it, you are wise. You are protecting your future self. And that decision will reward you in ways far greater than you can imagine. Timing matters. Avoid drinking ACV on an empty, irritated stomach. This single principle can determine whether apple cider vine GAR-BBR becomes your daily ally, or the very thing that worsens the struggles you retrying so hard to overcome. Many people, in their desire to lose weight faster, boost energy, or detox their body, wake up every morning and take ACV before anything else touches their lips. They believe that taking it on an empty stomach makes it work faster, that the body will absorb it more deeply, or that the discomfort they feel afterward is simply part of the cleansing process. But that burning sensation, that tightness in the stomach, that sudden wave of nausea, that is not cleansing, that is irritation. Your SBR stomach in the morning is vulnerable. It's been resting, healing, and preparing itself for the day. The protective mucus lining is thinner, the acid balance is delicate, and your digestive organs are waking up from hours of stillness. When you pour vinegar, even diluted vinegar, into an empty stomach, TBR hat isn't ready, the first thing it does is shock your system. Instead of gently supporting digestion, it can create acidity that overwhelms the stomach lining. Instead of reducing cravings, it can trigger nausea that throws your entire routine off balance. Instead of helping with bloating, it can IBR inflame the very tissues that are meant to keep you comfortable. Worse yet, many people already have irritated stomachs from stress, late-night eating, spicy foods, long gaps between meals, caffeine, or medications. When the stomach is already raw or inflamed, adding ACV at the wrong time becomes like pouring lemon juice on a wound. It stings, it burns, and it delays healing. Acid reflux becomes more likely. Bloating increases instead of decreasing. Heartburn shows up where it never did before. The digestive process slows down or becomes chaotic, and suddenly the very routine you hoped would help repeat. You feel healthier leaves you feeling worse than when you started. Timing is everything, because your stomach is not just a container, it's a living, reactive organ that responds to what you give it. And it speaks to you in sensations, discomfort, heat, nausea, heaviness. These are not signs of weak-barness. These are signs your stomach is telling you this is not the right time. The body is wise, and when we listen to its signals, the difference is profound. Drinking ACV after a small meal, or at least after a few bites of food, changes the entire experience. With even a small amount of nourishment in your stomach, the acid in the vinegar is cushioned, buffered, and better balanced. The stomach lining is not exposed to raw acidity. Instead, ACV blends with your food, enhancing digestion, breaking down fats, and supporting a healthy pH environment. This is when ACV becomes helpful instead of harmful. This is when it boosts your energy without discomfort, when it supports weight goals without pain, when it helps digestion instead of irritating it. And let's be clear, your body does not reward you for suffering. You don't get extra benefits for drinking ACV the hardest way possible. Heberling is not supposed to hurt. True wellness feels gentle, supportive, and sustainable, not harsh and punishing. Many people who think ACV doesn't suit them or makes them sick simply took it at the wrong time. They gave up on something powerful because no one ever taught them the importance of timber yin. Your stomach has rhythms, just like your heart and your mind. Early morning, before food, it is fragile. Midday or during a meal, it is strong, active, and ready to work. This is when ACV becomes a partner in digestion instead of an enemy to your comfort. Think of your stomach as a garden. You wouldn't pour strong fertilizer onto dry soil, it would burn the roots. But mix that same fertilizer with water and apply it gently to nourished soil, and it helps everything grow stronger. ACV works the same way. When you respect your stomach's natural state, ACV can support fat metabolism, help regulate blood sugar, reduce cravings, and improve digestion in ways you can feel even within a few days. You may start waking up lighter. You may feel less bloated after meals. You may notice more energy throughout the day. These benefits come not from force, but from alignment. And alignment begins with respecting the timing. If your stomach is irritated, inflamed, or sensitive, give it space before introducing ACV. Eat a few almonds, a small piece of fruit, a light breakfast, anything to prepare your stomach to receive the acidity in a safer, more balanced way. You deserve results that lift you up, not routines that bring discomfort and doubt. You deserve a health journey that feels gentle, loving, and effective. And that begins with listening to your body, not fighting against it. Never take ACV on an empty or irritated stomach. Not because you are fragile, but because you are wise enough to understand that healing happens when timing and intention come together. When you honor your stomach's needs, ACV becomes a powerful tool, steady, supportive, and transformative, in the most natural way possible. Consistency beats quantity. Small, safe daily use brings the real results. This is the truth so many people forget when they begin their journey with apple cider vinegar. They want big changes fast. They want the weight to drop quickly, the bloating to disappear instantly, the energy to spike overnight. And in this desperation, they believe that taking more ACV, bigger doses, stronger mixtures, more frequent intake will accelerate the results. But the human body doesn't work that way. Nature doesn't work that way. Healing doesn't work that way. Real transformation, the kind that lasts, comes from small steps repeated every day, not giant leaps taken once in a while. Too many people treat ACV like a quick fix, a miracle shot, something that needs to be taken in large quantities to kickstart their health. They pour tablespoons instead of teaspoons. They drink it twice or 3 times a day, even when their body sends clear signs of discomfort. They assume more equals better, but in reality, more often equals harm. The stomach becomes irritated, the throat becomes sensitive, and the benefits they hoped to gain disappear behind the side effects they unintentionally triggered. The truth is, ACV is powerful. Even small amounts carry strong effects on digestion, blood sugar, metabolism, and appetite. The body doesn't need and cannot handle large quantities of acidity every day. What it needs is consistency, small, gentle, steady intake that supports your system without overwhelming it. A teaspoon or 2 diluted in a full glass of water once a day is more than enough for most people to feel results. It's not the size of the dose that changes your health. It's the routine, the repetition, the commitment to small acts of care that build up over time. The body loves stability. It responds to predictable patterns. When you take ACV consistently in small amounts, you create a rhythm your body can trust. Your digestion begins to regulate. Your blood sugar stabilizes. Your cravings become quieter. Your energy becomes smoother. Your metabolism becomes more efficient, not because you forced it, but because you supported it gently every day, with patience and respect. Often people underestimate the power of small actions. They think healthy routines only matter when they feel intense or difficult or dramatic, but the most life-changing routines are usually the simplest ones, so simple that most people ignore them, looking for something more extreme. But your BBRODY doesn't want extremes. It wants balance, it wants gentleness, it wants dedication, and consistency is a form of love. Love for your future self, love for your body, love for your long-term well-being. When you give ACV to your body in small, safe doses every day, you are not just taking a remedy, building a habit that teaches your body what to expect, a habit that tells your system, I am supporting you, every day, little by little. This is how real change happens, little by little, not by shocking the body, but by supporting it, not by flooding it with acidity, but by offering what it can use and absorb without harm. Think of it like watering a plant. You don't dump a bucket of water on it once a week and hope it grows. You give it just enough water every day or every few days, and the plant thrives. Too little water and it dries out. Too much water and it drowns. But the right amount, given consistently, leads to strong roots, healthy leaves, and long-lasting growth. Your body is no different. And ACV is not a magic potion, it's a supportive tool. A tool that works best when used wisely, slowly, steadily. The most incredible transformations you see in people: more energy, easier digestion, reduced cravings, better metabolism don't happen because they took large doses. They happen because they stuck with small doses consistently. They allowed their body to adjust at its own pace. They respected their limits instead of pushing past them. They stayed patient and trusted the process. And the results rewarded them. You don't need to overwhelm your stomach. You don't need to chase faster results. You don't need to force your body to change. You simply need to show up each day with a small, safe, supportive dose. The compound effect of daily, gentle action is FBR/AR more powerful than any extreme approach. So remember, consistency beats quantity every single time. 1 teaspoon a day, done faithfully, will bring you more transformation than a tablespoon taken chaotically when you feel desperate for results. Small steps, repeated with intention, create the big burgesque changes. And when you honor this truth, ACV becomes not just a health habit, but a daily act of strength, wisdom, and self-respect. And as you reach the end of this journey, I want you to remember one thing with absolute clarity. Your body is not asking for perfection, intensity, or punishment. It's only asking for consistency, kindness, and patience. Apple cider vinegar is powerful, but you are the real healer. Your choices, your discipline, your gentle daily steps, those are what create lasting change. When you stop overwhelming your body and start supporting it with small, steady habits, you awaken a transformation that cannot be rushed, forced, or faked. Every sip you take with intention becomes a message to your body: I'm in here for you. I'm in taking care of you. And over time, your body listens. It responds. It begins to trust you again. The bloat fades, the digestion improves, THBRE cravings calm down, and you feel lighter not just physically, but emotionally. This is the power of doing things slowly, safely, and consistently. So don't chase shortcuts. Don't rush the process. Celebrate the small steps, because they are the steps that carry you forward. Let your daily routine become your strength. And if you stay faithful to these gentle habits, your body will reward you in ways that will change your life from the inside out.